Well, today we are going to discuss the complete preparation strategy for SSC CGL 2026. I am Gopinath. Welcome, future officers, to Mathematics by Gopinath. Now, before we start, let's discuss what do we have in our arsenal on our channel. We have started a complete series of basic of mathematics. We have actually completed the entire number system under 5 hours. Please visit that. We as well have started a complete PYQ series of SSC CGL 2025, which is 25 questions shift wise. So you can visit that as well. We have the complete channel and all the videos in 100% English explanation. And I believe that this will be more helpful for the students from non-Hindi belts, especially to the students from southern part of India or northeastern parts of India. Well, I would say it will as well help Hindi students as well, Hindi speaking students, because you will be able to learn English passively while learning maths actively. We have a consistent upload, which is alternate day uploads. The first day of the week, you get the basic of maths, and on the second day, you get PYQ series. All right. Now, before we dive deep into the discussion, let's understand in the preparation what we are supposed not to do. Now, we are not supposed to start a random preparation, use too many books, start the preparation with no strategy, watch lectures without practice. I have seen so many students watching lectures endlessly, hour by hour, but not learning anything. Why? Because they learn passively, do not learn actively using a notebook and a pen. Don't do that. They ignore PYQs and have zero mock analysis. Ignoring PYQs, that's a complete no-no. And zero mock analysis, that's a sin in your preparation. Instead, what you can do is, you should do is, have clear target, fixed strategy, daily or weekly commitments if you are a working personnel, PYQ mastery and relentless post mock analysis, which we'll discuss about in the later section of the video. Now, for those who are new to the preparation, there are two stages of exam, the tier first and the tier second. Tier first have 100 questions, 2 marks each, which makes it 200 marks in total, 60 minutes in duration and a negative of 0.5 per question. Tier 2, 130 questions, 3 marks each question, that is 390 marks in total. A total duration of 2 hours and 15 minutes if you consider computer as well, and a negative mark of 1 per wrong question. Now, warning, Tier 2 is the ultimate merit decider. The rank, your job will be decided by Tier 2. And you will get a maximum of 2 months between Tier 1 and Tier 2 exams. Now, completing the entire syllabus for Tier 2 in those 2 months is next to impossible. So try starting your preparation for Tier 2 from the day 1. You are not preparing for Tier 1. You are preparing for Tier 2. Remember that. Now, let's learn about 3-phase execution roadmap. Although it says 3-phase execution, but the execution should be simultaneous. The first is the foundation, learn the basics of the subject. For maths, let's say basic series you need to watch. Phase 2, practice. Practice all the PYQs as much as possible. And the third being mocks. Attempt mocks from different websites, different institutions, maybe textbook, olive board, whatever you wish. All right. Now, resource allocation and subject-wise priority. So we have 4 subjects: mathematics, English, GS, and reasoning. Now, daily practice in mathematics is non-negotiable. No matter what the occasion is, either you are having a blast with your cousins, you are attending some marriage function, you have some festival, no matter what, daily practice is non-negotiable. Second, I have seen a lot of students rushing for speed. Well, don't do that. Rush for accuracy. You solve 10 questions in an hour, does not matter. As long as you're accurate, you get it in the first attempt. speed will follow the suit. So focus on accuracy. If you get accurate results, you get confidence. And if you get confidence, you will obviously be speedy. Now, English. There are three sections in English: vocabulary, grammar, and reading section. Learn 20 vocabularies every day, either from some book like Black Book, or maybe visit some lecture sessions of some teacher, maybe Rani Ma'am's Samudra Manthan series. That would help. Grammar. Don't dive too deep in grammar. Believe me, 120 golden rules of grammar would be more than enough. Instead, what you can do is learn 120 golden rules for grammar and practice as much as you can. Go through hundreds of videos of practice session. That would actually help. Learning rules won't help you a lot. And about the comprehension or the reading section, read as much as you can. Read books, newspapers, magazines. If you watch reels or shorts, watch that in English. You watch videos, movies, whatever. Surround yourself with English content. Now, reading English would help you in vocabulary, grammar, and comprehension as well. Now, let me give you an example. Now, let's say if you are Tamil speaker, Hindi speaker, Marathi speaker, whatever. Now, I assume most of you don't know the grammar of your subject. Well, I'm not assuming everyone, but most of, for me, I don't know the grammar for my mother tongue, okay? But I speak my mother tongue very fluently and effectively. If someone gives me or you any sentence in your mother tongue, you will be able to identify the mistake in that. You will be able to put correct preposition in it. Why? Because you speak it daily, you write, you listen to it very often. That is how language should be. It should not be just bounded in grammar rules. So read as much as you can, speak if possible, write English. That would help you get an upper edge. For example, I'll give you an example. 2025 CGL mains, one of the toughest papers set in English section. The comprehension or the passage was too lengthy and incomprehensible. Most of the students were not able to even finish the English paper, and most of the aspirants who appeared did not get good marks in it. But, well, I am not boasting, but I got 127 out of 135. Well, I lost 8 marks, but the point is I got 100% of the marks in comprehension section, 100% marks in grammar section. Well, I lost on 2 questions, that is 2 times 4 equals to 8 on vocabulary. All right. But the point I'm trying to make is I did not felt fluttered seeing those passage, lengthy and incomprehensible passage, because I had the habit of reading. So I'd say read as much as you can. Now about GK, I'd say do not allocate fixed hours for GK. It has an infinite syllabus. So read as much as you can in GK in your free time. Rely on smart revision. What you can do is you obviously, as I assume, make notes for your GK or GS section, right? Now, either you have your handmade notes, or maybe if you're reading from some teacher, they provide you notes. Use Google LLM. Use Google Notebook LLM to make audio book out of it. Now, put a headphone in your ear, earpiece in your ear, and listen to that audiobook on the go while you're jogging, commuting if you are a working personnel, maybe running, whatever you are doing, maybe having some tea with snacks in the evening. Listen to the audiobook. That would be very helpful. 30 minutes of current affairs is the must. Join any GK teacher, all right. They provide you with the weekly or monthly GK notes, all right. I'd say prefer monthly GK notes, all right, and go through them 30 minutes at least daily, because current affairs is one of the most important topics in the entire GS, one of the hot topic. Now reasoning, I'd say interesting subject, a high scoring and low effort subject. Around 30 minutes daily would be more than enough. Okay, you'll be able to solve 15 to 20 questions, maybe if you're proficient enough, 30 questions in those 30 minutes, and that would be more than enough. What I'll say is, pick a chapter, let's say calendar. It will take you something around 5 to 6 hours to understand it completely. Go on YouTube, search for some teacher who teaches calendar the best, read those 5 to 6 hours of lecture, watch the lecture, practice, and from the next day you can practice 30 minutes daily, and that would give you an upper edge. Golden rule: invest your absolute best in maths, reasoning will take care of itself. That means those who are good at maths, most often they are good at reasoning, so focus on maths. Talking about maths, let's talk about the core engine in mathematics. Now, clarity in concepts and consistent practice leads you with 45 plus marks in prelims out of 50. I'd say make it 50, right? 50 out of 50. Clarity in concept and consistency. Remember, consistency is the key. If you're not consistent enough, your hard work, smart work, everything turns out to be a failure. We have already discussed start from zero, daily execution is non-negotiable, and focus on accuracy. I've already said that. Accuracy is the objective, speed is the byproduct. If you're accurate enough, you're confident, and if you're confident, your speed will increase by time. Now, let's talk about the complete syllabus for mathematics. Now, mathematics is classified into arithmetic and advanced according to SSC syllabus. The prelims ask questions from arithmetic, whereas in mains, both arithmetic and advanced topics are asked from. Now, I have classified arithmetic section into easy, medium, and difficult sections. Now, you can go through the entire list. I'll just give you a few names for easy ones. Number system, which we have already completed in our YouTube channel. Maths by Gopinath. Medium consists of mixture, allegation, time, work, speed, time, distance, train problems, whereas difficult consists of SICI, installments, complex partnerships. All right. You can go through the entire syllabus as present on the screen. Dual track learning path, which we are following on our YouTube channel. Basic of Math series and complete PYQ series. These are the two rail which will provide you a method to achieve your selection, to achieve your success. In basics of math series, as I have already said, we'll learn the basics, the basic crux of the entire mathematics, and PYQ series will help you understand the psyche of the examiner, how they set paper, what types of questions are asked more often, which types of questions are more important, which is uploaded on the YouTube channel on the alternate days. Now, talking about PYQs, let's try and understand the PYQ mastery method. 60 to 70% of CGL or SSC questions are repeated concepts. So if you go through the PYQs of last 2 years, you'll be able to solve 60 to 70% of SSC questions. Now, how do we start? We start with subject-wise or section-wise papers. There should be a timer anyway. You give online mocks and there is a timer present. Now, you need to make mistake notebook. That is one of the most important thing. It can be digital or physical. Log in every mistake, every failure of yours in that notebook. Go through that notebook every week on the weekends. Mark repeats. As I have already said, once you start giving PYQs, you come to understand the psyche of the examiner. You come to understand there are concepts which are repeated more often. You revise those concepts. As I've said, you revise, mark repeats, and your failures. About full paper, execute only after achieving subject mastery. That's a wrong statement. Now, if you are novice, I'll ask you to connect to some veteran student who have given 1 or 2 prelims or mains. Ask them, have they completed their syllabus yet? Or if you are veteran, ask this to yourself. The answer would be no. A big, bold no. As a matter of fact, SSC syllabus is not supposed to be completed. You will never be able to complete the SSC syllabus. Instead, what you should do is, after a week or two, you start giving full PYQ papers. If you are novice, you start giving 2 mocks per week. If you are a veteran, you start giving 5 mocks per week. And that actually helps boost your strength. Now, on the weekends, you revise these mocks. All right. Now, talking about weekly mocks, how do they help us? What are the benefits of starting mocks or PYQs? You start attempting them early, that's anyway a benefit. You identify a weak and unstudied topic. Now, you must have learned topics from different teacher or maybe from me. As a matter of fact, there are so many concepts, so many tricks in every topic that most of the teacher tend to leave a few topic here and there, maybe intentionally or unintentionally. Or maybe the teacher have taught you every topic, it is just that you have forgot because there are so many topics, right? So giving mocks help you analyze unstudied and weak topic so that you can revisit those lectures and pick those topics again. Now, once you give a PYQ, let's say you gave let's say you gave 13th September 2025 shift first PYQ, and well, whatever you perform good or bad, that does not make any difference. Now you go on my YouTube channel, you watch the entire solution for the mathematics of 13th September 2025 shift first from my YouTube channel, Maths by Gopinath. Now watch it at 2x, 3x, or maybe partially. You felt problem in question 5th, go just watch question 5th. That will help you understand how to solve questions effectively and efficiently. Learn concept directly from the solution, as I have already said, and apply these concepts in the next mock. That is one of the most important thing. Learning concept is not enough. You need to apply those concepts in the next mock. Let's say you learned digital method, digital sum. I mean, for me, I learned digital sum way back, but I used to solve the problems using basic calculation. Why? Because I never felt confident enough using digital sum, or maybe I just forgot that there is something called digital sum which I can use. So avoid making these mistakes and use the concepts which you learned in the previous mock or in your class. Daily execution. We actually have discussed this. You need to do active practice. Daily practice is a must. Start with basic series and PYQ series. English. We have learned about vocabulary, grammar, and most important of all, reading comprehension. GK, 30 minutes of current affairs, and use your time wisely making audiobooks and all. Reasoning, 30 minutes every day to maintain the edge. As I have already clarified, consistency beat perfect hours. Hard work, smart work. 10 hours per day for 5 days and then 5 days of rest, or 5 hours per day for 10 days. Pick the latter because consistency makes you perfect. All right. 7 fatal mistakes that kill your selection. Important thing. Operating without a fixed schedule. I have heard so many teachers and speakers telling that you don't need a fixed schedule. Read whenever you wish to. Well, to be very serious, I partially believe in this. Being a working personnel, I never had a daily fixed schedule, but I sure as hell had weekly schedule. You need to have some sort of schedule to succeed. Don't ignore PYQs. PYQ are gold mine. Just extract gold from it. All right. Don't hoard a lot of books or resources. Just pick one and stick to it. Have systematic revision framework. Use 3-7-21 rule. Revise everything on 3rd day, 7th day, and 21st day. That is, if you learn something on Monday, revise that on Thursday. On weekends, that is 7th day, and the 3rd week, that is 21st day. If you revise something 3 times, you'll be good to go. taking mocks without brutal post analysis. Now, let me clarify. Giving mocks kind of excites everyone, all right? It is excitement. You give mock and you get your results. There is a release of dopamine and you feel excited. And that as well happened with me. I used to give so many mocks. I have given for my first prelims, I gave something around 250 prelims mocks because it was so much fun. But I never used to analyze them. Why? Because it is boring anyway. And most of the students feel the same. Don't do that. You give mock as many mocks as you wish. Please do give. But at least analyze them. Give 1 hour for analysis if you have spent 1 hour on your test. Go through each and every question. Think how you could have used less time, saved some of your time and use it somewhere else. How you could have approached the questions in a different way. How you could not have panicked in that situation. So post mock analysis is very important. Mark those questions which you made mistaken. Revisit those questions. This is important part. Passive learning. Do not learn passively. I have already told that. Even while you are taking lecture, pause the video, try to solve some problems using an actual pen and a notebook. Delaying tier 2 preparation until after tier 1. I've already said that. You will get maximum of 1.5 months or 2 months between tier 1 and tier 2. And those 2 months won't be enough for you to learn for entire tier 2. So start your tier 2 preparation from the day 1. What is our target architecture? 150 plus marks in tier first would be the safe considering this year's tier first cutoff. It was something around 142, 145 if I'm not wrong. And that was not that great. So at least you need to have 150 plus. I'd say 160 plus if you wish to qualify in tier first. Tier 2 safe score would be 350 plus. Better get more than 360 if you wish to get your dream job. For maths, you need to get complete 50 out of 50 or 90 out of 90 in maths tier 1 and tier 2 respectively. Why? Because it will compensate for your other subjects, whether it be GS or English. People tend to make mistakes in these. People tend to make a lot of mistakes in these, and by the way, GS is a subject which you are supposed to make mistakes in, but maths is not that subject. If you make mistakes in GS, you could compensate for those loss of marks from mathematics. All right, as I have already stated, mathematics is ultimate buffer. Maximum score here compensates for vulnerabilities in any other subjects. Any other subject over here means GS and English. So try to aim for 100% in maths, whether it be tier 1 or tier 2. As I have already said, we have started a mathematics PYQ series 2025. All the 2025 PYQs are being dealt with shift-wise. A clear, brief and concise solution are being given to you. We have as well started the basics of mathematics. We have started from number system and it is complete. It is something around a 5-hour series which you can easily complete within the given time frame. So I guess our blueprint is complete. The execution is yours. The basics, PYQs, mocks, and most important of all, consistency would lead to selection. Now, if you wish to continue with us, subscribe to our channel Maths by Gopinath, watch the basics maths playlist or PYQ series, and comment day 1 on any video which you ponder upon. Well, that was all about the SSC CGL 2026 preparation strategy. Comment if you have any question regarding this. Thank you. Have a nice day.